Hi guys, this is E from Ovaniz, and today's tutorial we're going to make this sitting child wearing tuxedo fondant figure. So let's get started. So for today's tutorial we will use approximately 140 grams of black fondant, approximately 5 grams of white fondant, Ovaniz sculpting tools, a little bit of ivory colored fondant. And before we get started, we're getting a lot of questions about the fondant we're using in our tutorials, so I'm going to leave you the link in the description box down below to the most suitable fondant for sculpting fondant figures. And now let's get started. And before we get started, I would like to point out that there are two kinds of fondant faces that you can attach to the figure we are making today. The first one on the left is the regular cartoon-like simple face, and you can find a free tutorial on how to make this face at our website at ovaniz.com. And the second one is a portrait character, a photo to fondant premium tutorial at ovaniz.com. With this tutorial you can learn how to sculpt your loved one fondant figure, copy it from a picture, and transform them into any character you like. And if you want to download this tutorial, press the first link in the description box. And now let's get started. So we will start with the shoes, and we're going to take 3 grams of black fondant for each shoe. So take the fondant in between your hands, roll it into a little oval, and shape out the shoe just as you see on the screen. And of course repeat with the second piece of fondant. For the legs, we're going to take 40 grams of black fondant, roll it in between your hands or against the table into the long rope shape. When it's a little bit thicker in the middle and gets a little bit thinner on the ends. Bend it in the middle and place it on top of our base. Just like so. Insert a skewer in the middle. Next, I'm taking a large ball tool and creating indentations at the bottom of the legs, or you can say the pants. I'm making the edges of the pants a little bit thinner, and a little bit later on we're going to insert the shoes there. Using your index fingers, pinch out the line that you know that you have on the pants when you press them really nicely. Pinch out a little knee very slightly. And using the Dresden tool, create some indentations that you usually see in fabric when someone is sitting. So I like to add some lines and creases under the knee area and along the pants. If you like, you can even look at a picture of someone sitting in dress pants and see where all the lines and creases naturally fall, and it can help you to decide where to put some lines and creases. Next, we're going to make a body, so we're going to take 40 grams of any color fondant you like. I usually like to use some leftovers I have because it's going to be covered with the tuxedo, so nobody's going to see that. So it's a great way to use all of your leftover fondant. So take a piece of the fondant, roll it in between your hands into this rounded rectangle, and take a small piece of ivory colored fondant and attach it on the top to create a neck. Just smooth the ivory fondant on top of the body because this is the part that's going to be visible. Now for the white shirt that's going to be sticking out from the tuxedo, I rolled out a piece of white fondant very thinly. I use the cookie cutter to cut out the V-neck, and I'm attaching it at the front of our body. You can use a little bit of water to help the fondant stick to the body. To make the collar, roll out a small piece of white fondant very thinly, cut out a long stripe. And place it around the neck just like so. Here as well you can use a little bit of water to help the collar stick to the neck. Next we're going to make the jacket, so I'm taking a piece of black fondant and I'm going to roll it out very thinly. Not too much, approximately 2 to 3 millimeters thick. And I'm going to cut out a rectangle. Next, I'm using this teardrop cookie cutter to cut out the neck. If you don't have a cookie cutter like this, you can definitely use a knife and to cut out a hole with a knife. And I'm placing a rectangle on top of the neck and the body. Press it on the sides to attach both sides of the rectangle and cut off the excess. Cut the fondant in the middle. Okay, this is where the jacket supposedly closes. And use some water to attach the jacket to the body. So this is what we have so far. So we are left with the arms and we need to make the collar for the jacket. So to make the collar for the jacket, take a small piece of black fondant, roll it out very thinly and cut out 2 long triangles. And now with a little bit of water I'm going to attach those long triangles at the collar. Now for a small touch, of course it's not necessary, but still it's very simple. I'm making a little bow tie, so I'm taking a small piece of black fondant and just literally cutting out a bow type shaped piece and attaching it under the shirt collar. And last but not least, we're going to make the arms. So we need 2 pieces of fondant, approximately 4 to 5 grams each. Roll it in between your hands into this long rope shape. And using the large ball tool, create indentations on one of the ends. This is where the hands are going to be. And of course, repeat with the second piece of fondant. Attach the hands at the sides. If needed, use some water and just with your fingers smooth the fondant on top of our body and attach both of the hands to the figure. You can use the figures, you can use the Dresden tool, whatever works for you. Next, take small piece of ivory colored fondant and create small hands. Just roll the fondant in between your fingers into an oval shape, squish it with your fingers and cut out little fingers just like so. As you can see, I already attached the shoes to the legs and I used two skewers which I inserted into the shoe and into the leg to secure the shoes to the legs. And for the final touch, I painted the collar with water to create this silky look, and I colored the shoes with water as well to create this shiny shoes effect. And this is it, our sitting child fondant figure is ready. And as I said at the beginning of the video, there are two kinds of fondant figure heads you can attach to this body. The first one is a simple cartoon-like fondant head, and you can find a tutorial how to make this on our channel. For the second option, and I'm really excited to talk about it because this is the best seller at Ovaniz.com, this is the premium tutorial on making a portrait out of fondant. Okay, this is a product that changed the birthday cake and celebration cake entirely. And just imagine seeing your loved one's face when he sees himself on a cake. You can make your child, you can make your husband, you can make a celebrity, you can make your child's head on a superhero's body. The possibilities are endless, and this is a truly amazing product. And now for the surprise. We have a special coupon only for our YouTube subscribers, 10% off on all the tutorials on our website and the sculpting tools. So all you need to do to receive this coupon code is to write this code in our website at checkout and you are all set. So thank you for watching this tutorial. All the details are in the description box down below and at ovaniz.com. If you want to watch more tutorials about fondant figures, and you guys like us have a passion for cake fondant decoration, we invite you to subscribe to our channel and hit the like button. This was Eve from Ovaniz. See you in the next video.